Hello year one and welcome to Thursday's phonics lesson. So we're going to begin by playing Phoneme Bingo. So you need your whiteboard and a whiteboard pen, and you need to choose 10 sounds off my board and write them all down over your whiteboard. Spread them all out, and then you need to listen carefully to the sound I say and then cross it off, okay? Once you've done that, press play on the video and we'll carry on. Okay then, first sound is going to be ooh. Now there are lots of spellings of the sound ooh, so if you've got any of them, cross them off. See if you can get them before I cross them off my board to show me you know your spellings of your sounds. Next sound is going to be w, w. Oi. E. Make sure you are looking carefully. 3 spellings for the E sound. If you've got them all, cross them all off. Next sound is going to be A. A. Split digraph A and an A and a Y. Okay, next sound is going to be like girl or twirl. An I and an Next sound, or. Or. Have you got or? You might have at and what make or an at and an make or. Okay, next one. Brilliant. Have we got any bingos yet? Next one, O. Two more sounds. I. Did that give you your winner? I. If you're waiting for the last sound, what is it? Ow. Brilliant. So we've crossed off all of the phase 5 phonemes, so by now you should all be saying bingo with your whiteboard. You can also pause the video, remember, and go back and play it again if you want to, or you could play it at home with your grown-up or your family. Send me some videos and photographs if you choose to do that, because it'll be lovely to see. So moving on to our new learning today, we're not looking at a new sound because we finished phase 5, we've been brilliant. We're thinking about tricky words. So tricky words are words that we don't sound out, they are words that we need to just know. So we look at the word and we know what it says, and practice makes us much better at this. So keep on looking at your words, write them down, read them, play lots of games with them. You could play snap, you could play splat, you could play bingo, you could just play teachers, but keep on practicing them, reading them, okay? First sound today in the pink star, what can you see? What does the word say? Well done if you're saying people. People. Okay, next word in my red star, looked. Looked. And my last word in my green star says there. So we've got people, looked and there. And you might already know these words, which is brilliant, but you need to think about how to spell them as well as read them, okay? So let's have a go at our practice today now. So go into your yellow lined book for me, because you need some lines, because we're going to be thinking about how we write letters correctly. So I'm going to move my first shape. Your first job is to read the word. What does it say? People. Well done. Look at what letters we've got in the word. Think about what sound the letters make as well, because that might help you to spell it. And off you go. Have a go at writing the word people. I'm going to just do it here at the end for you to see how to write your letters. So your P goes underneath the line, your L is nice and tall. So I'd like you to write it twice for me, okay? Brilliant. Our next shape, what word can you see? Looked. 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 So have a go at writing it down for me now first by yourself, and then watch me do it here. So nice and tall ladder letter for L. And then your R, kicking curve, so it's nice and tall, and D, looked. Okay, write it again for me, keep on practicing. And our last word of the day is there? Look at the letters in the word. What sound do the letters make? Spell it out in your head. You could say it out loud first and then write it down. And in this word, we have got the air sound at the end, but it's tricky. So we don't need to know the spelling. We've got to remember that the word there is an okay? An E, an I, and an R. So people, looked, and there. They are our 3 tricky words for today. So if you want a little bit more practice, pause the video now, practice writing it in your booklet, or practice reading them. If you want to go back to yesterday's video or the day before and write down the other tricky words we've learnt, you could practice them all. Let me know what you choose to do for your practice today. As long as we keep on reading them and we keep on writing them, we're doing a really good job. So for our reply, we're going to put them into a sentence. So we've got a sentence about people. Think about what you might want to say and write it into a super sentence for me. The word looked. Think about what your sentence can be with the word looked. And there. Okay? You can discuss these sentences with your grown-up first, because something that we need to practice in year 1, especially now as we're getting closer to the summer term, is when we work independently by ourselves, we have to make sure our writing makes sense. So a good little tip is to say your sentence out loud first, and then write it, and make sure you read it back at the end. Because in your head you might know what your sentence is going to be, and then when you write it down, if you don't check what you've written, you might have missed a word out, and that's when it doesn't make sense, okay? So lots of practice today of verbally using your words to say it first. So say your sentence, write your sentence, and then read your sentence. And if you've made a mistake, you can fix it on your yellow book, okay? So 3 sentences with your reply, lots of practice of your tricky words, and phoneme bingo if you want to go back and play it again. So well done, and I will see you for your last home learning phonics tomorrow. And then we're back in school, and I can't wait to see how well we're doing, okay? So well done, take care, and I'll see you in the morning.